Hi you guys, it's Becca and I am here to do a tutorial to show you guys how to make ink splotches onto your scrapbook pages. The typical, most commonly used way to do this is with a glimmer mist. However, that's not really the look that I'm going for. I've noticed a lot on people's scrapbook pages. Well, I'm noticing all of the ones with scrapbook pages because I was so interested in how to do this technique that I spent a lot of time online trying to find like a tutorial or what they were using, and I didn't find anything out there. So I thought I would put this out there in case you guys were wondering, or if you want to try something new on your scrapbook pages. It's really fast. It's a really fast technique to add some dimension to your scrapbook pages, and I'm really excited to try it today. So I've already played around a little bit with the different kinds of products I'm going to show you. So I feel like I've got a good handle on it, and I'm ready to try it on a scrapbook page later. So hopefully I'll do a scrapbook video layout of this technique afterwards, but this is basically the tutorial video. Alright, let's get started. First of all, I've got all of the things around me that I need, and when you're cropping or scrapbooking, you typically have these on your shelf, easy to reach anyways. The first thing I'm going to show you is this technique using just acrylic paint. Happens to be a dabber, but I have a couple of these, and I really didn't know what to do with them because they have a spongy applicator on the top, and it just never looked right when I tried it. So I'm really excited to actually use some of this up. Alright, so the first one I'm going to show you, the first technique, is actually just straight from the bottle with just a little craft paintbrush. And I got a little bit messy trying it not trying it. I tried it the other night, and then now I'm just playing around more, but I'm going to just use a piece of paper because typically when I'm scrapbooking, it's already messy enough, and I don't want to try to add things to make it more complicated and more messy. So I've got these two here, and I'm just going to take this and flick it at the paper. And I'll show you in just a second what it looks like. Now you can do as much or little as you want of this, and that's why I really like this technique over the glimmer mist, and also because this creates kind of like a chunky look to it, rather than the glimmer mist is more inky and it kind of bleeds through the paper a little bit. So this is what it looks like. And that's just me flicking acrylic paint onto the piece of paper. The second look I'm going to show you is actually doing using the same product, but I'm going to thin it out a little bit. And I'm going to show you how easy this one is. So you just want to thin it out. And no, this does not create like a watery look on your page either. It doesn't soak in. It's just making the product thinner. It doesn't bleed into your paper. So I'm going to flip the paper like this so I can show you what this one looks like. And because this is a wet paintbrush and there's a lot of water on it, all I have to do for this one is go. And doing this creates more of a streaky look. So let me cover up what I already didn't show you. So there's that. See, and it also still is just as streaky, or just as delicious as the other side that I used without thinning it out. So you have a couple of options to create a splattered look with the actual acrylic paint, and they come in tons of different colors. They're very cheap. This I bought kind of expensive because it had this applicator to the top of it, but I just don't really like the way this turns out. So the second thing I'm going to show you is the pearl pens, and I'm going to try a different color than white because I don't want you to see white on white. Let's try a brown. So the pearl pens are really like juicy and waxy looking, just like acrylic paint turns out on the pages. And you can create all different size dots based on how much product you put down. So I really like using the smaller dots for this. Okay, so you can just create some dots throughout the page. And then to create the streakiness that you get from paint splattering, you can just take the product and kind of, I haven't actually used my brown one yet, so it's kind of darker than I thought it would be. I don't really know if I like the brown color. Let me try it in silver up at the top to show you guys more. I really like this product because it's just kind of like tap and go. You don't have to like shake it or... Okay, so, alright. Here's the brown. You can see you really have a lot of control with this one, and you could even do it around scrapbook paper. Like if you're already, you've created your piece and it just doesn't look quite right. This would be a fun thing to add because of the control you have over it splattering. On this paper, this is my first try, you can see the bright blue color is actually the pearl pen. So, that's the way that color turns out. I really like the vibrant colors more so than the dark colors of the pearl pens because I just think that they are very granola and fun. The next technique, I'm going to change the colored paper I'm using, and I'm going to show you the smooches. So basically, smooches come in a lot of different colors. I think I'll try this color today because I really like the brightness of it. And it has a little applicator to it, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to get to the big splotches, but it's really, again, one of those really nice things you can use to create around already a created, or you can apply it around an already created scrapbook page to make it fun without having to worry about splattering on sides of the pages that you don't want it to go onto. Okay, and then I'll just kind of... I think that I would try this, because it doesn't make the streakies as good as the paint does. I think I would just, because you can kind of see that there. The dots are really, really cute. They are more watery and shimmery than the Pro pens. So I think I would just use it as an accent throughout a white splatter. Let's see if I can show you that. So we've got some white splatter here, and I just want to add a little bit of color space. So we're just going to put in a couple little dots throughout here. My computer is telling me I have low battery, so I'm going to make this a little bit faster towards the end, but you can see up there a little bit how I added some of the color right in here. Where am I? There I am, right in here. Okay, so then let's show you the classic glimmer mist really quick before I go. So if you're going to do a glimmer mist, this is what you get. You see like how much color that adds at one splotch, and it just is not the look I was going for. I wanted more of like a splattered look and like a painted look. Here's another one of my things again. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this. Now I'm not going to actually show you to you on the paper because you can kind of get the vibe of what it looks like on here. You see how badly that bled? So if you use regular ink, just drips of just regular ink, you end up getting really, really splotchy, bled through look and looks, and maybe that's what you're going for. It wasn't quite so much what I wanted. If you could control more so with maybe a paintbrush or something, the actual, now look, I'm showing it to you, I wasn't going to. If you could control more so the size ink dots you have, that might be a little bit different. And you could also just, I suppose, soak them up really quick so that it looks like that. And maybe that's what you want. I just really like the crenola look to it. And then one other thing I wanted to show you, and I really like the way that this turned out. It's the Distress Crackle Paint. If you're doing like a vintage piece of paper, or I'm trying to talk fast and now I'm not making any sense. If you're doing a vintage scrapbook page, this might be what you're looking for, because it actually, once you get this on your page, if you have dots on it, you're going to get the paint to kind of crackle, which is fun. But it is kind of hard to get the big splotchy dots on here, because when you flick it, it more so creates a streaked look. Can you see that? That gold color throughout the page, that's the streaked Distress Crackle Paint on here. And then I thought, well, maybe just now I'm thinking, how else can I do this? I don't know what happens if I kind of mix that in with water. Is it gonna be weird? Let's try that. Ooh. See if I can show you that. So I mixed it with a little water and a little bit of white acrylic paint because my brush was kind of dirty, but look at that. It's that light cream color on there now. So there's so many fun options you can do with this, and I just am so thrilled I came up with this, not came up with this new technique. I've seen it a little bit, but I'm really thrilled that I could figure this out, and I am gonna go try this on one of my scrapbook pages. I think I have the perfect picture to do this with. So I will hopefully do a video on that later, you guys, but I definitely recommend trying a couple of techniques before you go and put it right on the scrapbook page, because I've already learned what I like and what I don't like. So it didn't take long, and I didn't have to mess up my scrapbook page. And look at, all I did was mess up a couple of scrap pieces of paper. So anyways, you guys, happy crafting. Thanks for watching my video, and I will be back later. Bye!